right, you got a Ninja 500 or you're going to get a Ninja 500, you need modifications. It's one of the best platforms to modify. There's so many to choose from, and I want to help you guys choose the right one so that your bike can look absolutely flawless and you can get compliments all the time asking if your 500 is a 600 or even bigger. So, starting with the exhaust, because you do not want a quiet bike. Even a parallel twin, even though it does not have the most flashy sound, you need other cars to be able to hear you to stay safer on the road. So, what did I choose? I went with the Hindle Evo Megaphone slip-on exhaust. Now, this is technically an exhaust for your Ninja 400, but the pipe is the exact same on the 400 and the 500. So, any slip-on exhaust you can find for your Ninja 400 will work with the 500. This bike's been out for quite a bit. Finding exhaust is a dream. You can do Leo Vinch, Yoshimura, SC Project, and those are some of the top ones that I can think of. Another mod that you can do to your Ninja 500 right off the bat, and you're going to need to do this one very, very soon after you get the bike because you need to do maintenance, are going to be your rear axle sliders. So that's obviously just going to be where your rear stand goes to lift the rear wheel up for doing maintenance. The next modification I did on my bike, which is one that you definitely do not see often, is the rear brake reservoir. I changed that from a plain plastic with a little black plastic cap to this super nice Evotech one by Italy. From a company in Italy, I'm sorry. They're called Evotech Italy. I will link them in the description. I also got my gold clutch crankcase bolts from Evotech Italy as well. And then these gold bolts that I am using for my fairings are not from Evotech Italy, even though they do have fairing kits. So, sorry with the shadows, but this is Evotech from Italy. This is not Evotech. These are just Amazon. So if you're looking for fairing kits, you can either go Amazon route. These are just aluminum and they're anodized or whatever. And then, yeah, the same thing. These are like steel and anodized, I think. I'm not exactly sure. But, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll link it so that you can find those. And then I have a quick little gold oil fill cap, gold heel guard. Pretty much you're just changing the color there. That's not really a main modification. And then let me turn on the bike real quick so I can show you. Oh, I can't even turn the bike on because my key's over there. The SE key, dude, for the Ninja 500. Don't worry, I'm still showing you guys all these mods. Tank grips, of course, is another mod. These tank grips are 10 out of 10. Get them on Amazon. They're the best ones you can get for the Ninja 500. Boom, now I can turn my key because my key got close enough. So I can show you the TST Industries integrated taillight, which is the only taillight you should be getting for your Ninja 500. It has a bunch of different modes. The reason why this is flashing is just due to the camera. I don't know why. This is solid. It's not flashing. So, yeah, again, we're in the shadows. Can't really see it that great. But the TST Industries integrated taillight is a can't miss. You have to have it. Another modification for your Ninja 500 that a lot of people don't have is going to be a race gas cap rather than your OEM. So if you're doing an SE model 500, you don't need your key to turn the bike on and off. So it becomes really annoying to need it for the gas cap. So if you have an SE, you should really get a race gas cap. So when you pull up, boom, pull that out, put the gas in, head up out of here. One of the biggest modifications I've done to my bike is the addition of Woodcraft clip-on handlebars. So the OEM, as you can see, now I have these little holes in my triple tree, right? Well, that's because of the old OEM handlebars mounted above. And now my new Woodcraft clip-ons, they attach below the triple tree. So this is a massive, massive change. The look, the ergonomics is much different. I'm leaned over more. The angle of the handlebars is easier for dipping in and out of corners. and it's an awesome addition if you're looking to get more performance and better feel on the racetrack, which is what I'm going to eventually be doing. And while we're sitting here, I'm going to be turning the bike around real quick so that I can show you stuff on the other side, hopefully without it being too shadowy. And then right in the middle of my handlebars in my triple tree, you'll notice my quad lock. Now that is the one and only suggestion I would ever have for a phone mount, not only for the Ninja 500, but for every motorcycle. So if you go on quadlock.com, you're going to want to buy the triple tree mount along with the vibration dampener, which is what allows this to free move, saves the integrity of your iPhone camera so it doesn't mess up your iPhone camera. And then you have to buy the corresponding case that goes with your phone. Boom. One click every time once you get used to it. This thing's a freaking gem, bro. And you have to have directions and GPS so that you can take your bike on scenic rides. If you're not out exploring new roads, you're not out doing the right thing with your bike. So you need GPS. Get a quad lock. Use code 2DownDan in order to save 10% on that purchase. Now let's talk about what we see going on here in the front. Domino grips will be on every single one of my bikes from now until the end of time. They're super grippy. They look freaking amazing. And when I have my gloves on and stuff, I literally feel like I'm glued to the handlebars. They're so good. They're like $30, you guys. Amazon. Run to Amazon and get a pair of these. They have every which color to match your bike. I'm on my third pair, by the way. 10,000 miles, almost 11,000 miles. I'm on my third pair. But not due to wear and tear, due to the fact that I love them so much, and I do like keeping them new. And of course, yes, they are going to wear and tear in the certain areas that you're using the most. Like, look, where I put my thumb right here, yeah, it's wearing down there. They're race-inspired, they're race-oriented features. So, you know, they're not technically meant to be putting tons of commuter miles. So Domino race grips, those are from Amazon. Quad lock, you got to go to their website, use my code for that. And then levers, I think by now you guys know who I rock. I rock 6061. Well, why? Because they're $85, and then with my code 2DownDan, you'll save another like $7. They come down to like $79 or something for the pair, which is fantastic. If you're buying ASV levers, you're literally just buying for clout. It's the same thing as buying Rizoma $500 stealth mirrors when the $30, $40 ones from Amazon do the exact same thing. And before we get too ahead of ourselves, we'll just jump right over to the stealth mirrors. These are stealth mirrors that I have modified on my Ninja 500. They're from Amazon. I have all the links for all my Amazon products. The windshield is also from Amazon. You have to have this windshield. One, because of how aggressive and nice and dope it makes the bike look, but also because of how high it comes up and for tucking in behind the wind. I don't feel damn near any wind on the highway when I get behind that thing. And then, yeah, the stealth mirrors are just for looks, 100%. We're not doing it for downforce or to see behind us or anything. It's just for lane splitting and for looks. So definitely if you want stealth mirrors, grab them. I don't care if you do or don't, get the stealth mirrors. But the windshield, you got to have. The grips, you got to have. The tank grips, you have to have those. And then another modification that I did to my bike is this front fender. It was usually green, the same Kawasaki green, but I thought it was a washout of green, like way too much green, to have the green wheel plus the green fairings and then the green front fender. So I changed it to black, and I think it's really cut up the look a lot. And I also added this little front wing right here, which is also a 2024 modification. I mean, a Ninja 400 modification. I actually just drilled a hole right here and then just put a screw, and that's literally the only thing that's holding in this little piece of plastic. But it does look pretty mean. It looks pretty sick with the addition of that extra little wing or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, 6061, code 2DownDan for levers. And then we have our Puig Racing lever guards. These things are sick. They're 93 bucks each, no code or anything like that. These are a race inspired product as well, and they look really, really good on the bike, and they fixed all of the vibration from my clip-on handlebars. The Woodcraft clip-ons are going to have a ton of vibration, and you're going to, because they have a hollow inside on the handlebar compared to the steel filled OEM bars, and yeah, you're just going to want a way to deal with the rattle. Now let's finish off all of my modifications by telling you what's going on with the left side of the bike. Look, as you can see, I got those same crankcase gold bolts from Evotech. They go all the way around. We got the gold bolts there. Still the same modifications from the other side, right? Our rear slider, heel guard. Then this is a new modification. This is the Woodcraft stator cover, which technically if my bike was to go down or whatever, I would save the protection of my OEM. And then these are replaceable parts from Woodcraft, so I can just replace those really, really easily and cheaply. And then the last thing, you guys, the creme de la creme of my bike is definitely my chain and sprocket setup. So I switched the OEM pretty quick, I think after like 4,000 miles or something, to a DID ERV 7 MotoGP chain along with a Driven Works 520 sprocket, red aluminum sprocket. So in my opinion, this is one of my favorite modifications. This shit's so crispy. If you can, and then also I have the gold Evotech bolts to hold the sprocket on. If you can upgrade your chain and sprocket and stuff, dude, I think it's one of the coolest modifications you can ever do for your bike. Also, when we were talking about the TST Industries integrated tail light, that's just one piece. You also need a the license plate holder, which is called like their elite mount, high mount or whatever. So you'll need that as well so that you can clean up your whole undertail right here. But shoot, man, I think we just did a quick rapid once over of every single mod that's on my bike. And then I'm pretty sure I told you where to get them all. Most are not from Amazon, but some of them are from Amazon. And then a lot of them are like Revzilla, like the chain and sprocket, Revzilla, Woodcraft stator cover, Revzilla, TWM components for the race gas cap. No code for that. Revzilla for the Puig racing guards, windscreen, grips, and you can even buy the quad lock from Amazon, but I would just go to their website and buy the whole kit. That's what you're going to need. Mirrors from Amazon, front fender, front winglet BS, Amazon, and yeah, you're going to get your exhaust from really anywhere but reputable place. So Revzilla for me. Get the tank grips, and boom, boys and girls, that's another day, another dollar, and another video. Just explaining all the mods. I'm going to continue to do these updates like every month if we have more modifications or whatever. Hopefully, we're going to get the opportunity to do the seats soon. It's just it's a money thing, guys. That's why I haven't done them yet. They're going to be top of the line. I'm going to go crazy with the design. And I'm also redesigning here. I'm going to show you guys real quick. If you guys have seen the old logos and everything for my brand, for the 2-down arrows, dude, we're going to these. These are going to be the side arrows in the future compared to the old, like I had arrows that looked like this or whatever. So I'm trying to update and make this next brand launch freaking killer, dude. I want you guys to go crazy for these hoodies. And without further ado, and before I lose battery, it's been your man, 2Down Dan, you guys. If you learned anything or saw a modification that you like and you're going to add to your bike, please throw me a subscribe. Continue watching all the things that I'm going to do with this Ninja 500. I'm having so much fun. Having so much fun chilling and making these videos. But as you guys know, subscribe in the middle. Watch one of these 2 videos if you haven't already. We got tons. And I appreciate you for watching and being here for another day. Thank y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.